everyone. I'm Antonia Linde. I'm a professor at the Open University of Catalonia. Today I have the privilege to interview Professor Josep Tamarit in the framework of the ESC Oral History Project. Professor Tamarit is a full professor at the Open University of Catalonia. He's considered as a key figure in the development of victimology in Spain. His research has focused mainly in victimization processes and victims' rights and restorative justice. Welcome, Josep Maria.
Hello, everybody.
My first question is about your background, of course. You spent the first part of your career as a criminal law scholar, doing research mainly on legal theory. The mandatory question here is, when did you fall in love with criminology? Why did you become interested in criminology?
It's an interesting point, this one. I think it's a matter of personal evolution, but also an evolution of my environment, of society, of the conditions in the university and the whole society. As a personal level, I would say that when I was young or younger, I was an idealist. All principles, values related to human rights, to how things should be, were important in my, I don't know if in my real life, but in my conception of of what can I do, how can I contribute to improve conditions in society. Then, as a matter of personal evolution, perhaps of maturation, then I realized that to focus all in abstract concepts, in theory, in rationalizations, made me feel unsatisfied, because I didn't see what was behind this conceptualization. So real life was something other. So progressively I felt that I felt myself attracted more to not what things should be, but what things really are. So and law is more related with what should be, not what is in reality. Then I have experience as a magistrate. I was for more than 10 years a member of a criminal court. I combined this responsibility with my main job as a scholar, as a professor of criminal law, and that was a good experience because it allowed me to see what was behind the legal concepts. But then I also realized immediately, of course, that what I saw in court was not the real life also, because for instance the police knew a lot of things that we could not see in court, obviously. Then it's obvious that the vision of police is also a partial vision, biased view of phenomena, of social phenomena, of crime, of victimization. And at the end, empirical research attracted me, because this is what can give me the sensation to know what realistic proposals we can make to improve things, not idealistic but realistic. And then this is the sentence of Marx: if you want to change the world, first you have to learn how to understand the world.
Okay, thank you. Well, as an expert in criminal law, I know you participated in several relevant projects in Latin America. At the end of the 80s, beginning of the 90s, I think, in Ecuador, You participated as an international observer of the trials of, for the murders of a group of Jesuits from the Central American University, I think. Could you share with us this experience? What this experience meant for your career in that moment? Maybe this experience provide you a kind of projection, professional projection towards Latin America?
Yes, it was an interesting experience. I was very young, 29, when I was called to participate as observer in the criminal process against the military who were in charge for the murder of a group of Jesuits of the central of the university in Universidad Centroamericana in Central America in El Salvador. It was the rector Ignacio and other Jesuits and two women who were murdered, and then it was a criminal process that was really very interesting in the evolution of the country. Spain was involved because most of the victims were Spanish, and the Spanish government called me to go there as an observer to make a report and to collaborate with the accusation party, with the Jesuits. It was a good experience because it was for me a satisfaction to collaborate with bringing justice to the country. Then this made me more sensitive and interested in the evolution of this country when the commission, the True Commission, was made some years after this fact. And then this was the beginning of a collaboration with some Latin American projects and experiences, most of them related with training for professionals or participation as professor in postgraduate activities. And I think that Latin America has been for me also a place, a region in the world where important things happen, and we can contribute to the to the development of criminology in this moment, because I think in Latin America problem has been that in most countries in this area criminal law from an abstract point of view, attraction for German criminal lawyers, and even some criminology not empirically founded has been has had a dominant position. And I think that things can progressively change towards the expansion of empirical criminology in those countries that can help to the development.
Let's talk about criminology in Spain. As a researcher with an extensive and long career, what is your opinion about the evolution of criminology as this academic discipline in Spain in the last 20, maybe 30 years?
Yes, I've been an observer of this time period, 20, 30 years. In this time period, things changed a lot in Spain as in relation with the assumption of criminology as something that is important in the academia and even in society. Criminology was seen in my environment when I was a young criminal law scholar. Was seen as a poor system. So those who were interested in criminology were supposed to be people who were not able to deal with the abstract and complex concepts of criminal law theory, or it was in criminology something as more related with some rhetoric, criminological rhetoric. I must add that many or some criminologists have contributed to give this impression of criminology as a matter of not scientific, not scientific grounding or founding, but things changed. And nowadays, probably the problem would be just the opposite, because the problem would be that we have now a lot of universities giving studies, degree studies on criminology. And there is a risk now of frivolization, or even what we are going to do with all those people who are studying criminology. We have contributed to give expectations that this can be a job, but really then we see that it's not so easy. But I would not be so negative in my evaluation. I have the hope that this can have the situation, even with these risks, can have more advantages than disadvantages, because we are also contributing to make some changes. For instance, in some parts of society, there are demands coming for different actors, economic actors, that are more interested in people who have studies in criminology, and they really are seeing that these new professionals can help to security, crime prevention, for instance, in cybercrime, in these new challenges. I hope that society progressively will discover that criminologists can make a good contribution to social progress.
You are the actual president of the European Society of Criminology. You have attended most of the conferences, so you know closely the work of the European Society. How do you evaluate the contribution of the European Society of Criminology to the strengthening of criminology in Europe? Maybe if you compare with the American Society of Criminology, are we the younger sister, either underage?
Yeah, this could be another example of a younger sister. Yes, we are a younger sister of the American Society of Criminology. Chronologically, that is true. But I think that we are a strong sister or a strong brother of the American Society. Now, we are, as a society, really a very important actor in criminology development in Europe and all over the world nowadays. I think that we have reached a level of expansion, of organization, and we are contributing to the development of criminology in research, mostly in research, to make possible this networking between the different research teams. I think that the history of this 20 years, just 20 years of the European Society of Criminology is a history of success. Now we face obviously some risk, and the risk is this growth that we experience every year. We have more people attending the conferences, and that expansion brings us complexity. And organize a conference is becoming even more difficult. But I think that, for instance, this year the conference in Florence is running all very well, and I think we will be able to face these new challenges. I think that one aspect that must be considered is the structure of the government, of the organization of the society is very well conceived and is very well applied, really. And I think that's one of the keys in the good feelings that I have related to the future of the society, European Society of Criminology.
Coming to the end of the interview, and regarding the future of criminology, I have two questions for you. Maybe you can answer together in one. The first one is, from your point of view, what are the opportunities and threats of criminology in the near future? And the second question is about young researchers. Which is your recommendation for them? I mean, we are in the era of digitalization of society, and I have the impression that technology is a new phase of the evolution, and that if we don't adapt to it, we will extinct. So what is your recommendation for the new people, the new researchers in criminology? You think that they need necessarily more education or more knowledge in technology? Do they need, for example, to learn to work in interdisciplinary teams? What do you think?
Well, there are a lot of things here, there, and if I miss some of them, you recall me. Then first, I think that now criminology development in Europe in general is a matter of pluralism above all. So there are a lot of different interests from researchers, a lot of thematics, not only causes of crime, correlates of crime, also victimization, the discovering of the victimology, so the hidden part of the criminal activity. But also all is related with the study of the real functioning of the criminal justice and other matters, prevention, security. So pluralism from a thematic point of view. Pluralism also from different interests and perspectives. But this has a risk that I think is one of the challenges, one of the risks for criminology and for social sciences in general is that we are able to separate what is empirical research from what is social activism. I think that not all researchers are really aware of that risk. That's very important for our capacity to bring society trust that what we are proposing in criminal policy, in crime prevention, is something that deserves to be a matter of a scientific proposal, not just a matter of subjective idea or contribution to the debate of ideas. That I think is very important. So it is obvious that pure objectivism and neutrality and absolute neutrality is not feasible, is not realistic. But the risk is that to avoid this or this argument that neutrality is impossible, can bring us, can allow us full freedom to say what we think from our prejudices, from our beliefs. That can be all of them legitimate, acceptable, but that must be separated for what are the conclusions of empirical research. That is, in my opinion, now a very important risk, not only in European society, even in a more general observation. So, for instance, in the American Society of Criminology, there are people who are aware also of this risk. Then we have, of course, another challenges. An important one is what's related with East countries. So the European society is good balance now from the point of view of North and South dialectic. So North and South or North and Southern countries have a participation, a strong participation in the conferences, in the articles, and to the European Journal, on all levels of activity. But East Europe is still a very important region for criminology development that we must take care to get expansion of criminology there. Next year we will have the conference in Bucharest. It can be a good opportunity. Then technologies, young people, young researchers. That's an important worry always for me. Yes? How to think what we can, what can be the legacy. For the future through young researchers. No, I think there are 2 or 3 advices that are important. First, to read. Today is not so easy that people understand the importance to read not only the classical contributions to criminology. To ideas in general, not only criminology, philosophy, and other things. No? Another one is that I perceive an excessive, too much a worry in many younger researchers or scholars with aspects related with curricula, with formal aspects of curricula. As an example, those people who go to the conference just to make a presentation of 10 or 15 minutes and then are not interested in the rest of presentations, or probably they think that if they have a line in their curricula where they can prove that they have a presentation in a conference, that would be important for their future. It's really wrong. I think we must recall.
I think that happened also 20 years ago.
Yes, probably. But I have the feeling that it's increasing. That this has been increasing because bureaucracy and other problems we have have worked for this trend. I think it's important to be aware that at the end. What it matters is what you receive as an opportunity to improve your knowledge and to feel yourself satisfied with what you have made. So the opportunity to hear other colleagues, other people who are working in a matter that is of your interest, to networking, that is really important in conferences more than to give a presentation. So then technologies. Of course, criminality as other social phenomena has changed a lot as a consequence of the new technologies, of internet and so on, social networks. And of course, this new phenomena, these new aspects of criminality, of victimization, should be an objective in our research. But I don't think that we must think in terms of displacement. So sometimes I heard that displacement of criminality from the other spaces to virtual life is not a matter of displacement, it's a matter of opportunities that appear, that emerge, and other opportunities that disappear because the way of human relationships is evolving and is radically changing. So the way to commit crimes, the kind of crimes where people commit is obviously will change. That is also a very important challenge for the future.
Okay, thank you. It has been a pleasure to share with you this little moment. Thank you very much.
Thank you to all, and I hope that this and other conferences,
yes, of course,
a success.
Yes.